Hello and welcome back to Chasing Green Arrows. This is our FPL weekly special. We're going into game week 36 now. It's the business end, just 3 more game weeks left. So all you managers out there, just 3 more deadlines to meet. Try something different if you're a bit towards the bottom of your league. If you're on top, do what you're doing. Stick to the basics. But I think, I'm in that mode to experiment. I think I had Bruno triple captain, not a bad week for me. Scored the one
Yeah,
goal. At the time of recording, the Liverpool United game hasn't happened yet, so it could be better. But apart from that, it's a decent week for me. But in general, a big game week there. A lot of points for a lot of people. I have with me my brother Yusuf Ismail. How are you doing?
I'm doing good, bro.
Yeah, it was a massive game week. A lot of points there on offer. I think a lot of people stepped up. We saw the likes of Calvert-Lewin step up, Bruno to a certain extent. But I think Danny Ings, Che Adams, not many people were looking at them. But I think they had a really good game week as well. But in general, yeah, what were your thoughts?
I think jumping on the United bandwagon and tripling Liverpool paid dividends. They're gonna play each other. Not you're hoping for like a 4-3 as a United fan that Salah scores, Bruno scores, Cavani scores. Like I think the first United match of the week it was like perfect for me because like I think I have Cavani. He scored. Bruno scored. Shaw also got a couple of points. So. Yeah, it was a good game week. I think the template was to triple up on Liverpool and United if you could. I did. I don't have a wild card, so I'm going to struggle this week because it's they're not playing. I sorry, United's not playing this game week. And yeah, I think I have 81 points this week. So it was a good game week. But for me in my league, I've been stuck in the middle for a while because like the people at the top are crazy. They've gone really far and the pace of the season. I think more and more people are playing FPL this season, and the pace of managers learning how to play the game has improved as well. So yeah, overall great game week as expected. I think.
Yep, and if you just pull up the fixtures for this game week, if we have a look, there's a blank game week, so the likes of United are not playing as well, so you might lose out on their assets, and uh, that's the thing. I'm going to play my wild card, but if you don't have your wild card, you might have to take a hit because I'm sure a lot of people tripled up on United. But yeah, I
Yep.
don't think this is the game week. It's the game week before this, game week 36, because there's no United. Yeah,
There
over
you go.
here.
Sorry.
Yeah,
Sorry about
so
that.
City, Newcastle,
So
Burnley,
this
Leeds.
week there's no Chelsea, there's no Leicester, there's no United, no Arsenal this week.
Oof. So no Nacho, no Vardy, basically, no Aspelequeta, and no Bruno, no Luke Shaw, no Wan Bissaka. So
No
yeah,
Rudiger also.
no Rudiger. Just quickly, I wanted to ask you about Man City. They're playing Newcastle. Do you see them playing a strong team because it's going to be the first game after being crowned as champions?
Dude, it's like gambling when it comes to Man City team selection at this point. I really don't know. Uh, I don't think Foden will play, but maybe taking a punt on Aguero. If you want to be really creative, you can take a punt on Aguero.
I'm going to take a risk. I
Uh,
think Aguero after that penalty, I don't know whether he's going to play or not. It depends on what kind of message Guardiola wants to send. But I just feel that they will have some big key players there. I think the likes of Kevin De Bruyne will play. I think, and going into this
you
game,
think?
there
Okay.
will be whether I think Mahrez might play as well. Raheem Sterling, he played against Chelsea. Will he play? I'm not sure, but I think a lot of the big guys will come back because they still want to have some rhythm going into the Champions League final. I think this is a good game to look at, and then they can rest next week. So I do see some
Yeah.
City assets. Don't go all out on them. Maybe one or two players.
One.
Yeah, one, probably one. I would look at Jesus or Mahrez to be honest, but I could be completely wrong. But that's what I'm looking at right now. You could take any
Mahrez
player.
is a good shot. I
Yeah,
agree.
you could take any player, but I think that's what I would be looking at. But apart from that, then now we don't from the big hitters. I think Liverpool have the best fixture, and I think Mo Salah, Jota, these guys are the players to look at. Mane hasn't had a good season. Maybe you could go Trent Alexander in this, or you could go Robertson. But I would go. I would stick with your triple Liverpool or double Liverpool from last week because I think Liverpool have the best fixture, and they have. Even though this was a one-all draw, I think in the reverse. So at home and
Yeah.
Anfield. So yeah, but I still feel Liverpool have the best fixture.
Stick
And
to Liverpool. If you have Liverpool, don't drop. Yeah.
yeah, so for you, Captain Mohamed Salah this week.
Yeah. 100%. Because I'm gonna bring in Spurs boys, so I'm getting rid of Bruno this week and Cavani, bringing in Kane and Son. And I think I'm gonna captain Salah just because the fixture is very tasty.
And for all of you, differential captain, I would suggest Calvert-Lewin. Sheffield is a brilliant fixture, very tasty fixture, and I think Everton will score goals there. You could go Calvert-Lewin, and I think I think you could double up on Everton. You could look at Sigurdsson. Hammers, I don't know how much he's been starting, but recently, but I think I would look at some maybe Luka Dean, or there are some Everton players there, but Calvert-Lewin for sure. I would even consider him as captain for this week. I think Sheffield is a very good fixture for Everton.
Yeah, and Calvert-Lewin, unfortunately, he doesn't meet my budget requirement. But if you have him, keep him, and he's in form, and he's been scoring goals. So I think it's worth a shout. And I think Everton's fixtures are not that bad. Let's just see.
Yeah, you can go down. You can go down. I'll show you where to go. Go down. Press next. Yeah.
Okay. They have Wolves, which is a bit tough, and then Man City. Ooh, I don't know. I think,
but that Man City game, I think, if you can, you just show me the date for that Man City game?
Sure.
23rd, and the Champions League final is 29th. Yeah, I think you'd be okay with at least one or two, because City won't. I don't think they'll play their full strength in that game. They do have a shout. I think Calvert-Lewin is a good shout. I think keep him till the end of the season if you have him. If not, if you can afford him, do look at him as an option, because he is scoring goals, and but there are some good fixtures there. At the same time, form does count, so I would look at him for sure. The Lingard train, what's happening, man? He hasn't been scoring.
Slightly derailed, man.
Yeah, slightly derailed. He hasn't been scoring. West Ham themselves haven't been performing, and it's linked, right? When they do well, Lingard does well. When they don't do well, Lingard doesn't do well. So against Brighton, do you see him coming back? Are you sticking with Lingard, till the end of the season, or at least until the end of this game week?
I think considering his price, I don't have other options to bring in, so I have to keep Lingard. Like, he was on my bench last week, scored 1 point, so lucky for me that I benched him. But because of his price to impact ratio, I guess, I don't have another option to bring him in. Like, I can't bring in a Greenwood because Greenwood's 7.1, and I'd have to get rid of Jota. And I think I'm going to bet with Liverpool for the rest of the season and say that I'm going to keep my triple Liverpool, and maybe just keep one United asset, because I don't know what's going to happen. But I just think, just on paper, Liverpool have better fixtures. So based on that, for me, Lingard has to stay, because I don't have anyone else to bring in. I could bring in Pereira, but he has got really difficult fixtures. So there's no good option. There's no good replacement at 6.3 for me. So I have to keep him.
Yeah, I think for striker options, there's a couple of options in mind. I think Benteke has been in good form. So, he does look like someone, and they're playing against Aston Villa, who haven't been in the greatest of form. I think that's a good person to look at. Even Danny Ings is now, we saw he's been troubled with injury, but the last game against Palace, he looked outstanding. So he's someone to look out for as well. Danny Ings, Che Adams, they're playing against Fulham.
Ings. You never count the boy off. When he's fit, he can score.
He will score, yeah. So I think he's a good option. I think Danny Ings. Defensively, any options that you're looking at this game week? Of course, you have to get rid of United, Chelsea, who have kept clean sheets in the recent past. But for me, Dallas is numero uno. He got an assist, I think, in last week as well, right? So Dallas is
9 points.
Yeah, you can't take him out. Dallas is there, but who else are you looking at? I see you have Alexander-Arnold, so that's a really good shout. But Veltman might not play. So how are you going to replace Shaw or Veltman?
The easiest thing is to put in. Actually, who should we put in? Let's see here. Wolves. I think you can bring in maybe Luka Dean, man, from Everton. That's a good shout, considering they're playing Sheffield. Like, you could bring him in for a 1 week thing. Burnley defender is also a good option, perhaps, but you don't know against Leeds. Anything's possible. Based on these fixtures, I think someone from Everton. Maybe a Coleman. He's been in good form.
Yeah, and I forgot to mention from the strikers, Wood also. Wood has been in tremendous form. He's been outstanding.
Yes. Scored a hat trick like 2 game weeks ago.
Yeah, and I think last game week he scored as well. So I think he's a good option there as well. But yeah, I think that wraps it up. Like, plenty of options. I think striker options, midfield options this week. The thing is, how are you going to approach
it? Who's your captain?
I think probably Salah. I think, but if I'm going to look at how I finish this game week, and if there's a chance for me to sneak in the top 4 of my league or something like that, I might just go differential and go Calvert-Lewin. But at the same time, people will have Kane and Son as well. So I think Salah won't be the only choice. So if you do go Salah, you might just reap the rewards, because people might put Kane and Son. Those are good options as well, right? So
Yeah.
it all depends. And yeah, I think for me it might just be Mohamed Salah, but I'm really considering Calvert-Lewin just because they're playing Sheffield. But last time I was considering to put him triple captain. I think it was this same fixture reverse against Sheffield, and thank God I didn't, because he blanked completely. So yeah, it depends on how it goes. But right now, favorites for captaincy probably Salah, then followed by Kane, Son, and Calvert-Lewin as differential.
All right, sounds good. I think I'm going to stick with Salah. Play the easy choice. Not the easy choice. Kane's also there, but I think Salah for me.
If you want to
is
be
the
very
toughest
sneaky,
choice.
Jota is also an option. I'm just putting it out there for everybody. Jota is an option, but yeah, I think
if he
Liverpool,
plays, because he doesn't get on as much. I
yeah,
think.
and
He's
because we haven't seen the United Liverpool game yet as of this recording. You know, you probably be watching this after, so you can take that game into consideration and see, like, you know, how they played and if there's any injuries and if they've scored, who scored from the Liverpool players as well, and you can accordingly decide who to captain and who not to, basically. But yeah, I think that wraps it up. Thank you so much for joining me. It was a pleasure, a lot of stuff, and best of luck for the last 3 weeks. I'll catch you soon, and we're almost done with FPL, so make the most of it.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Take care.